Hello folks, welcome back, and today we are unboxing River of Gold. This is not a review. I just got this game and I'm going to unbox this and take a look at it, and then we're going to see what this is all about. So River of Gold, a game of rivals and riches set in the legendary river of Ryokujin. Probably said that wrong. My apologies if I did, and I'm sure I did. So, here we are at the River of Gold. This is basically, you're going to move and then take actions along the way here. This game came to my attention, of course, like all games do, through the internet. I believe I saw some videos about this, and I watched some how to play this. It is a retail copy. Best of my understanding, it's a retail copy, not a Kickstarter or anything like that. So this is what you get when you get this game. So I thought it might be interesting to kind of take a look inside like we do and see what this is all about. It was fairly reasonably priced as board games go these days, and I was excited to get a shot at owning it. So let's see here. We've got a little bit of a, what is this? So Legend of the Five Rings, I recognize. That's another game. I never actually played that game, but I've seen the other game that had Legend of the Five Rings, or maybe this is some lore that I don't know about. All right, let's take a look. This is the rule book. It looks like got a little bit of an explanation for all the components inside. Map features and game setup. I've watched a couple of how to plays. I can't say. I'm going to have to pull this one out and really go through a turn or two before I have a better understanding of it. But it's it looked to be a pretty simple game as far as mechanisms go. It's another one of those sort of convoluted resource games, the best I can tell. So I call those games Owen games because Owen loves to think about how to get resources. All right, now we have looks like probably some clan mats or little player boards for the different clans. We got some fairly standard colors going on here. Oh, and okay. I love it when they do this too. It's sort of basically a player aid. So it's got on your turn and some actions you could take at any time. Little places for your resources and stuff. So this is kind of a tableau, I guess. And you got one for each player color. Looking at 4 of these. We got a whole bunch of cardboard monies. And some vests. This is probably a different denomination. And some paper towels. And it looks like little plates of rice. I have no idea what this is. Okay. We have these tokens. Now these will fit into little spaces along the river. I'm not entirely sure what they mean. If it's something that if these are different player colors, which they might be, they probably are, and maybe that's the way they take possession of things. And quite a lot of punch outs, quite a few tokens in there. Oh, the board looks really nice. We've got some sort of gold leaf on there. I can see it on the coins and stuff too. Oh, that's nice. So we got an insert of some sort. A place to hold the player colors. Let's take a look at what's in a player color. Looks like we're looking at dark blue right now. Just going to throw these out here. Alright. We've got a couple of boats. We got three boats. Are they all different? No, just one of them is different. One of them has a sail and the other ones do not. And we have a token like this and several of these discs. They have these for every player color. I will lose some right away. So we got these in every player color, and there's a little bag for them and a spot for them in the insert, which is. We also have a small bag of little glass markers. Of course, we have the red team's player markers, the teal team or blue, whatever this is, and white. We also have these 2 sets of dice. And I'm trying to figure out if they're the same dice or not. They're fairly large compared to a regular set of dice. I believe these are the same though. So these are pretty cool. Bunch of symbols on the side there. Basically just 6-sided dice, of course. But pretty ones. And then we've got some cards here. A little small stack of cards. Alright, we got some cards here. And I'm just going to put them back in the box as I go through these. Alright, so a lot of these... okay. So it looks like each clan would get one of these because they seem to go like be the same card for all the different clans. Maybe those are starting cards or something. Of course, I'm speculating. I could just read the rule book, which I guess that's next. That's next. First, we look at everything, then we read about it. All right. Interesting. I like the artwork a lot. Ooh, boy, the other side's really got the business there. Look at that. Crazy. Mastery of Void. Have at least these look like objectives or some sort of objectives to do in the game. Okay. And little player aids. Thank goodness. And they don't look super complicated. So maybe I can handle this game after all. Let's see. This game showed up on Miniature Market because, of course, I was buying more Escape from New York stuff. And discovered that this game was there. And it was pretty reasonably priced. And I had to get it up into the $100 range so that I could, get free shipping. Because that's exactly how you buy things. That's exactly how you should never do that. But I'm kind of glad I did because this looked really fun. In fact, this is a game I had seen around, and I kind of I was like, oh well, maybe I'll learn more about that when it comes out. It turns out it's out, and you can get it. I got it. It's nice. How nice? I'll let you know. Oh, we should take a look at the board. Let's pull the board out. Boy, that really is a river of gold. That is shiny. Shimmery, shiny. I'm going to move it up and down a little bit so you get a sense of that reflection there. Oh boy, it's really neat right from where I'm standing. Wow. It's a fairly large board. I'm having trouble getting all of it in the shot. Really neat. Definitely a lot of room to kind of get things done. We've got some tracks going up on the side over here. No player aid really on the board. But that's what they have on the hand. They got a little bit of a key down here to let you know. I think that when you leave this river, you end up back at the top. But you're going to go along this river, and as you go there, you can take actions and put your little tokens and stuff over here. Move up on these tracks, empowering you in different ways. Looks fascinating. I can't wait to finally get to play it. So, all right, so it's been a couple of days, and I've had a little bit of time to get acquainted with River of Gold, and I gotta say that putting it all back into the box wasn't as straightforward, maybe, as you would think. So I thought maybe I would do a little reboxing advisory video. I guess, is that a thing? Is that a thing? It could be. It's YouTube. Anything could be a thing. So here we're kind of going backwards. Here we got the rule book. We've got this little nice intro here. Might be an advertisement. I have not read that yet. I think this is about Legend of the Five Rings in general. So this game was there's a game, Legend of the Five Rings, that I haven't played, but it's been around quite a while. I've seen it in the shops quite a bit. So we got the little clan boards here. They're just kind of on top. I figure you're going to open the box and you're going to want to hand these out to people. So that's there. Then we've got the game board. This is the biggest chunk of space that you really got to account for. You got to account for that big chunk there. And then we've got everything else. So with a lot of these, you'll see, if you see them wrapped in rubber bands, I use this very specific brand, and they are latex free and good for the environment, they say. Well, the important thing is they never rot. So these aren't going to rot and mess up anything, and the elasticity is it gives a lot. Like it whatever shape it ends up in, it just kind of loosely holds on to that shape. So over time, it doesn't squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. It kind of grows to fit the scenario, which doesn't make them extremely reusable or anything, but it does kind of work. So I have not sorted this out. These little things here are just placed basically by the amount that'll fit in one of these different things. And as you might be able to tell, a couple of these reach out. They peek out a little bit above. So you can't do this so that they're perfectly even or anything. They're going to stick out just a little bit. And I have put them in elastic because if they're sticking out a little bit and it's not something really solid holding them down like this board directly on them, they're going to move around the box, and I don't like that very much. Now, intuitively, I was putting the 4 player pieces in these different things. So the player pieces, once you put them all together, so with the individual player pieces, I've included this little cutout. This goes on the player board, this little moon looking thing, and also these little glass beads. There's some little yellow colored glass beads that kind of coincide with that. These are going to be represented right here in your player board, so they go with the individual player colors. I went ahead and added them to each of these bags. These bags, what seem to work out best is just to kind of fold them over and place them in. So in this one here, you're going to have to do 3 bags. What might work out with a little bit less elevation is just to kind of do it like this, where one's on top, or you can kind of figure out how to squeeze and mold them all in here together. It is kind of a tight squeeze. The dice I worked into these 2 little corners here. The resources, I put them in these little bags. I have this huge box of bags from board game stuff, random board game stuff. So I put them in these little bags, and the 3 of these, along with these little these tokens here, seem to fit okay inside of this, along with some dice. So kind of random things all in here together. Up here we got another player color, and the big koku. I think these are called koku. The money, the 5 monies. And then the rest of the money, which was really the bulkiest item, and the reason I had to kind of do all this weird arrangement was this, because I put this in a bag, and I put it in a big bag, hoping I could kind of spread it really thin. I just kind of get really thin and put it over the top, but nothing worked out that kept the lid from being all lifted up and stuff. But this did. And of course those little dice that kind of work their way in there. That is sort of crammed in there. Not in a way that's going to mess it up or anything. But it is. And all this stuff is kind of like just stuffed into these little containers. Right here we've got this other little player board. Fits really nicely on top of here. And then of course the cards. Cards again get another little rubber band to keep them from sliding all over the box and stuff. But the also, if you're going to sleeve these, it just kind of messes all of this up. So if you sleeved these cards, they're going to stick out quite a bit further, and you won't be able to close your lid nice and tight, if that's important to you. In fact, to me, this insert is not extremely functional at all. I would not feel bad if you decided to you wanted to sleeve your cards, especially if you just pulled this sleeve out and kind of made arrangements on your own. And you don't have to use these baggies either. I've got these little inexpensive little plastic boxes. I think I get like 6 of them for $4 or something like that at my game store. That would work perfectly for that, and even be even more functional because you could open it up, put it on the table, and just have the stuff ready. Especially for these resources and stuff, these little small amounts of resources. Those boxes would not fit in here with this insert, but more and more I'm thinking this insert's probably overrated. But again, you do you. I did it this way because the way I prefer things to end up is absolutely flush. I want to put it all back together and have absolutely no lid lift at all, and just kind of goes in there and it's efficient. And you do the tumble test. There's no sound at all in here. So this is absolutely going to tumble around and come out okay every time. Of course, I mean, I've got everything rubber band down. It's all in little spaces and stuff. But even if I had tucked this and took this out and put this in here a different way, I think it'd be very easy to kind of really pack this up good. And folks, that's all I have for you today. It's been River of Gold, unboxing and reboxing. If you like to watch me pull things out of boxes, well, God bless you. There's a playlist right here. If you'd like to subscribe, I'd love to see you again. Here's some stuff YouTube thinks you'll like. Until next time, enjoy your games, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.